Hey there, welcome to our kitchen. I'm Jenny, and this is Lauren, and we're two of Festival's Mealtime Mentors. Today, we're bringing the world to your table with one of my favorite childhood foods, Potstickers.
That's right, Jenny. I'm really excited to learn about these pot stickers today, and we're making a little bit different twist on Jenny's childhood, one of your favorite foods. We're making vegetarian pot stickers.
Yes, so I'm really excited. Let's get started with this filling.
Yes, so we're going to start in our filling with some veggies. So we're adding these all to our food processor, or blender works too. So we're adding some carrots and celery. And then we've got some shiitake mushrooms.
I love the flavor that shiitake mushrooms give to this.
Yeah, yum. All right, then some onion. Get this all in here. And we've got Napa cabbage. Put this in here too. I'm going to set the process down.
If your food processor or blender bowl isn't quite big enough to fit all of these ingredients at once, feel free to split it into 2 batches.
That's right. And then we've got some bean sprouts, which you can find these in our produce department. Some cloves of garlic. And then we've got a little bit of ginger as well. And today we're just using the squeezed ginger, so it's a little bit more liquid. All right, so, oh, that smells so good. I'm going to put the cover on our food processor and just going to pulse this until everything is mixed together in a more fine texture.
Perfect. And while you are getting that in there, I'll talk a little bit about this tofu. So what we have here is a firm tofu. You can find this in our natural and organic department. And we've simply drained the tofu, so it comes in a package of water. But we drained it and then crumbled it with our hands just so that it resembles like a ground meat texture. So we're just going to go ahead and mix that in with these veggies.
Take that from you.
And we'll season it with a little bit of sesame oil. And this can be found by the other oils in the store.
Yep.
And some low-sodium soy sauce, or you could use tamari for gluten-free. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then just a little bit of salt and pepper. I feel like you can never have too much pepper. All right, so give this a good mix.
That looks really good. Everything is pretty similar texture and size-wise,
Yeah.
which
That
will make a
smells
great
good.
filling.
So traditionally, this is made with meat and ground vegetables, but we are making it with tofu for a meatless option.
But still good protein in
Yes.
our tofu.
It's a great source of plant-based protein. All right, so let's scooch this over here, and I'll go grab the rest of what we need. So what we have here, we are going to be folding our dumplings using wonton wrappers. The wonton wrappers are found in our produce department, and they come in a square shape, and I've simply cut them with a measuring cup. You could also use a biscuit cutter or a can to get them into this circle shape because they're a little easier to work with in this circle. So we've got our wrappers.
And then we're going to dust our pan with just a little bit of flour.
Yep, you want to prevent the finished pot stickers from sticking because the skin is pretty delicate. So, all right.
Going to walk us through how to do this here,
Yes.
Jenny.
Go ahead and grab a wrapper,
Right.
and you're just going to place it in the fingers of your non-dominant hand, and then take a spoon, and we're just going to grab a little bit of filling, about a teaspoon. You don't want too much, otherwise you won't be able to close it.
A little bit more. There we go.
All right, and then we're just going to wet our fingers and run around the edges of this pot sticker. So essentially we're just creating something a little sticky so that it seals shut.
Sure.
And we'll go for the simple version first, where you just bring the tops together and pinch it shut, and then just pinch along down the edges to form like a little half moon.
Oh, that's pretty easy.
Yeah, super simple. And then you can just set it on your pan. And a tip that I like to use is wet Aviva paper towel and cover it. Cover your finished dumplings to keep them from drying out because they do dry out pretty quickly.
Oh, sure. And you were saying before how you make a ton of these at one time and you can freeze them, right?
Yes, they freeze beautifully, and then all you have to do is take them out and fry them up in the pan. So I'm actually going to get this pan going.
We'll keep doing our filling here. This seems like a really fun activity to do with your family.
This is like one of my favorite, most fond childhood memories is folding pot stickers. So I'm going to do a little more complicated one now where we pleat it. But I started the same, pinched it at the top, and I'm just simply pleating it down my left side, and then the right side, left and right side. So.
Oh, cute.
Same thing. You don't need to do that, but.
I'm sticking with the traditional way, but.
However you can get it sealed, it works. So what we have here is just a little bit of oil in our pan. We're pan frying these instead of deep frying them. And as soon as the oil is hot, you can place your pot stickers into the pan. And then you just want them to cook for about 5 minutes until the bottom is nice and crispy.
Okay.
Okay, so these are looking pretty good. If you can see the bottom here, it's nicely browned. So our next step is to add in the water to steam the rest of the pot stickers. You'll want to be careful when you do this because it will splatter. So we're going to put enough water just to cover about 1/4 of the pot stickers, so going 1/4 of the way up. I'll put the cover on and just wait until the splattering subsides. And then we will go ahead and crack this so that the steam can escape. And we'll just wait until the rest of the water disappears and evaporates.
All right, so while we're waiting for that, I'm gonna get started on our sauce. Our sauce is really simple, but this is our dipping sauce for the pot stickers. You gotta have that. So we're mixing in low sodium soy sauce or tamari for gluten-free. And then we've got a little bit of rice vinegar, some crushed red pepper, a little bit of heat. And we've got a little bit of garlic as well. So I'm just gonna mix this together here.
Okay, so it looks like all of the water has evaporated and it's been given some time for the bottoms to re-crisp.
Yeah, they look really nice.
They're ready to try it?
Brown. Yeah.
Get it. Ooh, it's kind of hot.
Oh, they look so great.
Yeah, I can see how the bottoms are nice and brown.
Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna slice one in half for us to try with our dipping sauce.
Awesome, thank you.
Half.
These are just so fun. Love making them.
Yeah, they're such a great appetizer or meal. You could probably serve this with like a side of veggies of some sort.
Definitely. Good for the parties, right?
Yeah.
Super good.
Really, really good. Yum. Thanks for sharing this recipe with us. This is really fun.
We hope you give these fun vegetarian pot stickers a try.
And for more recipes and resources from your mealtime mentors, visit festfoods.com.